Hey, what's up, friends? Welcome back to the channel. As always, my name's Anton, and today we're going to be doing something brand new on the channel. So we got Poets of the Fall, and this is a big shout out to Daphne for requesting this one, and also to Sharon, because this has been a band that Sharon, I know you've been talking about, that you love these guys. I think you actually said these are one of your favorite bands. And Daphne, I think you mentioned these guys before too. You love them as well, so I want to see what all the fuss is about. But anyway, this is a Carnival of Rust. And before we get into it, as always, if you guys have any song requests for me and you want to vote on what artists come on the channel every single week, join everybody in the Discord. First link down below in the description. And if you want guaranteed song requests and you want to check out all of our full album reactions like we've done to Linkin Park's Hybrid Theory and Evanescence's Fallen, for example, join everybody in the Patreon. Also link down below. And that's it. So let's get a Post of the Fall, Carnival of Rust. No more pausing, I promise, alright? Wow. I love that guitar.
Do you breathe the name of your savior in your hour of need?
Dramatic voice.
And taste the blame if the flavor should remind you of greed, of the implication, insinuation, and ill will, till you cannot lie still in all this turmoil before red cape and foil come closing in for a kill. Come feed the rain, cause I'm thirsty for your love, dancing underneath the skies of lust. Yeah, feed the rain, cause without you love my life ain't nothing but this carnival of rust.
Alright, I'm breaking my promise, but this has to be stated. First of all, singer's voice, incredibly rich, incredibly dramatic. Again, a band like this needs somebody like him. Literally, the vocalist of bands like this is the special sauce. Yes, everybody around you can create masterpieces in the instrumental. You can have like cellos and violins and keyboards, and you can build this rich tapestry of emotion. But if you don't have a vocalist who can melt into that atmosphere, who can literally like have all of that rap within him and just channel that same thing, and not only meet it, but match it, but elevate it. It's like you need a dramatic vocalist to just do this. He's like he also has a fantastic voice. His vocal control, fantastic. Also, one thing I really value about his vocal tone is that he's very dramatic, but not overly dramatic. Like, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes opera, or sometimes you can be so dramatic it pulls you out of the experience because it's almost self-indulging in how dramatic it is. It's like, it's not about, you know, again, for me, it's all about the melody. It's all the almighty melody. Right? You know what I mean? I want that open note. I want to feel that emotion, right? And sometimes the drama can overtake that. But I love how this is like drama and musicality in equal measure. You know what I mean? He's an amazing singer without the drama, and he would be very talented at the drama even if he didn't have the singing ability. But he has both, and that elevates the entire thing. But let's go back 15 seconds.
Cause without you love my life ain't nothing but this carnival of rust.
Good drumming there too. Wow.
Avoiding failure when true colors will bleed, all in the name of misbehavior and the things we don't need. I lost for after, no disaster can touch us anymore. And more than ever, I hope to never fall, where enough is not the same it was before. Come feel the rain, 'cause I'm thirsty for your love, dancing underneath the skies of lust. Yeah, feed the rain, 'cause without you, love, my life ain't nothing but this carnival of rust. Yeah, feed the rain, 'cause I'm thirsty for your love, dancing underneath the skies of lust. Yeah, feed the rain, 'cause without you, love, my life ain't nothing but this carnival of rust.
Yeah, he's good.
Don't walk away, don't walk away. Oh, when the world is burning, don't walk away, don't walk away.
Whoa.
Oh, when the heart is yearning, don't walk away,
Man, you can
don't
feel it.
walk away. Oh, when the world is burning, don't walk away, don't walk away, Lord, when the heart is
I got fucking chills.
yearning.
Wow. Man, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't heard a song that good in a while. Actually, that does a disservice to both this song and other songs. I haven't heard a song this special in a while because I've listened to some great songs lately. You know what I mean? Like we're doing the Daughtry record right now for our full album reaction. That album is absolutely fantastic. But this stuff is different. I put this stuff in a different category. This is where I put artists like Peter Gabriel, Tori Amos, Kate Bush, Nightwish. These are different kinds of artists, and they're not competing in the same space that other artists are. They're just not. These are different things. These are different experiences. These guys create experiences. This is not a song. This is a sonic experience using imagery, using the voice, using instrumentation. It's different than a song. Like a song, a lot of the time, and you know, I even have to think about this more because this is way deeper than what it comes across at first. But when I think of a song, I think of this like noticeable array of components: a verse, a chorus, a bridge. A song is a thing that like hangs music on top of it. You know what I mean? It's like a skeleton. This is not a song to me. This isn't a sonic experience that weaves. This is a journey. I couldn't tell you, like I know what the chorus of this was, but this song so effortlessly bobbed and weaved and lived and breathed that the way it would flow between verse and chorus and pre-chorus and or whatever, I can't tell you if there was a post-chorus, if there was a pre-chorus. I can't even tell you exactly what the verses structure was because the song was so seamless. It was this evolving, living thing, this entity, and it was brilliant. Yeah, this was brilliant. How this song built. And just, yeah, stuff like this is different. I think that, and there's so little of this. There's so little Night Wishes in the world. Poets of the Falls, Tori Amos's, Kate Bush's, that when you find them, you hold on to them so dearly because you realize that this world would be much more dead without them. You know what I mean? All music, most music is beautiful. Most music adds something to life. But there's something about music like this highly creative, the drama, the theater, this kind of feels like a sonic embodiment of like a Shakespeare play or like a play, you know what I mean? Broadway. There's just something artistic about this that I don't often sink my teeth into, and I almost don't want to listen to this very much. Like a lot of the time I listen to music when I'm on walks, when I'm around the house, when I'm editing, when I'm doing metadata, when I'm doing other stuff. And what I've noticed is if you're focusing on anything else but the music, when you're listening to music, you're not fully experiencing what it has to offer. And if you listen to that song too many times while not fully experiencing it, the magic of it dies when you actually do want to sit down and fully give it all of your attention. You've already been desensitized to its wonder. And that's why special songs, special movies, special video games, special books, you almost don't want to indulge in too often because the first time they touched you was so sacred. It's almost like, you know, first of all, it exists as a perfect entity in your memory, untouched. You know, it's more than what it actually was. You immortalize it, you deify it in your mind, and then you go years without looking at it. And then by the time you actually witness it again 10 years, 20 years, 30 years later, you realize that what you had built up in your mind is very different than what the reality of it was. But there is something to be said for what you've built up because you were able to build it up. You were able to deify it because of how special it was upon first listen or first glance. You know what I mean? Only special things become immortalized in the imagination. Non-special things do not. They never get to that level. They never get to the point where they become more than what they are. But yeah, this was brilliant, Daphne. Wow. Let's see if let's jump into lyrics here. This might be a bit of a longer video. This is already 14 and a half minutes. I'll try to get this to like max 16 minutes or something. Let's jump these lyrics though. Do you breathe the name of your savior in your hour of need and taste the blame if the flavor should remind you of greed? Of implication, insinuation, ill will till you cannot lie still. In all this turmoil before red cape and foil came closing in for a kill. Again, extremely poetic. Almost sometimes the lyrics like this, you don't want to actually know what they're talking about. It's like, you know, I just think about this the other day. One of my favorite bands is called In Flames, and sometimes I would look up lyrical analyses from the main singer Anders, and he would always say, he's like, I don't want the people to know what the song is about. And I always didn't like that. I always thought that was annoying. I was like, okay, tell me what it's about. But it's only as I've got older that I realized the importance of that, because as I've got older, I've realized I have an addiction to understanding everything. And to understand something is to kill it, is to kill the wonder, to kill the imagination, to kill the creativity, to kill the actual energy behind the thing. You turn it into a dead cusp, hollow shell of what it really is. And when someone doesn't tell you what something's about, you can never fully understand it. There's always a sense of wonder of what is this really about? Because I don't really know. And that's why I now get it when he says, I want people to find their own meaning. At first I thought that was like just find your own meaning, but now I don't even know if he realizes the importance of that statement. But really he's like, sure, find your own meaning, but hopefully every time you listen to it, it has a new meaning. Because the song is alive, it's living, it's breathing, it evolves with you. Something that you know the meaning of, something that has a definitive meaning that you're aware of, never lives, it never grows, never evolves. The moment you understand it is dead. It becomes a fossil. But these things that you don't understand, they're organisms that grow with you. They change with you. Every time you look at them, you go, oh, this is a bit different. And I think that's a form of magic. Come feed the rain, because I'm thirsty for your love, dancing underneath the skies of lust. Yeah, feed the rain, because without your love, my life ain't nothing but this carnival of rust. It's all a game, avoiding failure when true colors will bleed. All in the name of misbehavior and the things we don't need. I lust for after no disaster can touch us anymore. I lust for after no disaster can touch us anymore. And more than ever, I hope to never fall, where enough is not the same it was before. Don't walk away, oh, when the world is burning. Don't walk away, oh, when the heart is yearning. I'm gonna go on a limb. I don't know what the song's about, but this might actually be about the loss of innocence. And this is something that's become very real for me in the last year. I went through a pretty big depression last year, for much of last year. I felt very numb, hollow. There was like a gray haze over everything. I was extremely stressed. And I just I didn't feel that like childlike sense of wonder I've had for a long time. I lost my wonder long after most people do. I kept my wonder and my imagination for a very long time, and I still have it, but in some sense it's more dormant than it used to be. I think as you get older, you just become so analytical that you kill things with your need to understand them. And I think that this song might be about the loss of innocence. You know what I mean? You know, it might be about the loss of love, you know, in some sense. I know he's saying, because without your love, my life ain't nothing but this carnival of rust. Yeah, maybe he's saying, you know, love and imagination and wonder is what keeps life alive, what keeps us alive. We're nothing without wonder. We're nothing without imagination. We're nothing without... Yeah, I think it's extremely dangerous that we live in a society that tells you to grow up. Because I think growing up might actually be the worst thing we ever do to ourselves, within reason. It's like, we don't tell each other to okay, be a child, but also grow your responsible side, grow your analytical side. We say stop being a child and grow up. So we say kill half of who you are, bury it, and become something else. Where, you know, when I have children of my own, one thing I really want to teach them is like, don't kill yourself to become something else. You can be like a plant that has several shoots, several branches. You can be multifaceted. You don't have to abandon a part of yourself to be something else. And life ebbs and flows. Sometimes you're a child for a couple months. You know, that part of you is really out. And then sometimes, you know, you develop another part of yourself. And I think I'm right now just realizing what life becomes when you sacrifice your innocence, your imagination. I've been thinking about that a lot. I've been thinking about, how do I find again that part of me that gets so immersed and lost in things. You know, and maybe part of me is I'm addicted in some sense to being the one with answers. I've kind of taken on that identity because it makes me feel valued, safe, makes me feel something, because we all have a core wound in us that we don't feel like we're enough. We don't feel like we're lovable. So we constantly have to prove to ourselves and everyone around us that we're capable of being loved. And so we have to be valuable. We have to prove our worth. But the problem is, you know, one way that I've learned to prove my worth is through being interesting, or being a teacher, or being a mentor, or being a leader. And the problem with that is that, to teach something, you have to understand it. And in some sense, to understand it, you have to kill it. And so I feel like, without even realizing it, I've killed in finding a way to understand and teach things, I've kind of killed the very things that I've loved so much that I've wanted to teach them. And I don't think that's actually fully it. I think there's a way to teach and to still maintain your wonder and imagination, but I've yet to find it. I'm still trying to find that balance in myself, you know? But anyway, brilliant song, Daphne and Sharon. This is amazing. And what are your favorite Poets of the Fall songs? Let me know down below. And lastly, I want to give a big shout out to my tier 3 patrons. So we got Adam, Amber, Abraham, Brianna, Daphne, Francis, Gage, Kelly, Laura, Melissa, Russ, Sharon, and David. So shout out to all of you guys. I'll see everybody again tomorrow. I love you.